Om Gam Ganapatye Namaha. Kaliyugada Kalpataru, Fourth Delight. Sri Vyasa Yati Sarvabhouma. Authored in Kannada by Raja S. Gururajacharya. 7. The Blessings of Sri Brahmanya Tirtharu. After serving Sri Naranarayana at Badrikashrama and receiving the boon of being blessed with an exceptional disciple, Sri Brahmanya Tirtharu returned to Atturu. Sometime later, prompted by Sri Hari, he set out on a journey and accidentally arrived at the Bannuru region. Delighted by the sight of the Kaveri river, he wished to bathe in its sacred water. Sri Brahmanya Tirtharu bathed in the holy Kaveri river, which glowed with waters as pure as nectar, and then contemplated and completed his midday rituals, including japa and tapa, with his disciples. Following this, he proceeded to the Bannuru Agrahara, located in the northern region of the Kaveri river. Bannuru Agrahara was a community filled with scholars and various disciples, experts in the Vedas and Vedanta, skilled in performing rituals and diligent in their duties. The householders of this Agrahara, possessing saintly virtues and committed to excellent religious practices, were like divine beings on earth. They seemed to be prepared from a previous life to serve and recognize the great personage who would descend to refute heretical doctrines and be an incarnation of Mukhya Pranadeva, destined to be a future Brahma on earth. By the grace of Sri Jayadvaja Tirtharu, we were blessed with 6 intelligent sons. I am the youngest. Despite divine grace and your blessings, I was troubled like grass in a storm due to the lack of children. My wife Lakshmi Devi brought another woman, Akkamma, and married her to me for the sake of offspring. Unfortunately, she too did not bear any children. Thus, we have been distressed. You, a great and compassionate soul, must fulfill our heartfelt desires and bless us. Upon hearing Ramacharya's words, Brahmanya Tirtharu meditated for a moment. He recalled the boon granted by Sri Hari at Badri, and it became clear that the disciple who was to come to him was destined to be the son of Ramacharya and his wife. Filled with joy from the success of his parents, the Guru spoke. Brahmanya, Ramacharya, you are truly fortunate. Soon you will be blessed with a son who will be foremost devotee of the Lord. Tomorrow, we will personally conduct the necessary havanas, that is, sacrificial rituals, with you to ensure the blessings. This will also fulfill our own heartfelt desire. Hearing the Guru's words, Ramacharya and his wife were overwhelmed with joy. They bowed to the Guru and expressed their gratitude. Brahmanya Tirtharu outlined the necessary rituals and promised to return the next day. He then visited the temple of Ramadeva. The night passed. The next morning, as the sun rose, Ramacharya gathered all the necessary items and with musical and grand accompaniment brought Brahmanya Tirtharu to his home. The house was decorated with fresh garlands. Ramacharya welcomed the Guru, who was seated on a divine throne with great reverence. Under the guidance of the Guru, the Vedic scholars and priests invoked the deities of the yajna and decorated the sacrificial pit with fresh darba grass and flowers. They then conducted the ritual worship of the sacred deity Sri Agneshwara, who is revered in all 3 worlds, using various offerings such as ghee, rice, sugar, and wet sesame seeds. As the fire in the sacrificial pit blazed in a circular pattern, it was evident that the deity of the yajna was pleased with the offering. In the presence of the radiant fire, Brahmanya Tirtharu took the remaining sacred havis, that is, offering from the ritual, divided it into 3 parts, and after chanting mantras over it for a long time, placed it in Ramacharya's hand. He said, Ramacharya, by accepting this offering, you will be blessed with 3 children very soon, who will shine like the sacred fires of the Treta Yuga. To attain piety, great success, and abundant wealth, you should dedicate the youngest of your 3 sons to our institution, and thereby lived a blessed life. As Brahmanya Tirtharu spoke these words, Ramacharya and his wife were filled with joy and reverence. Recalling Sri Vedavyasa Deva's instruction in the dream to follow Brahmanya Tirtharu's guidance, Ramacharya looked at Lakshmi Devi and resolved to fulfill the divine directive. He said, Gurudeva, we accept your command with utmost respect and will follow your instructions. Content with their pledge, Brahmanya Tirtharu blessed them and instructed Ramacharya's wives to partake of the sacred prasadam in 3 portions. They then bowed to the Guru, received his blessings and offered him special alms and performed a ceremonial washing of his feet, feeling immensely fulfilled. After spending a couple of days receiving the devoted hospitality of Ramacharya and his wife, Brahmanya Tirtharu took leave of the disciples and devotees of Bunnuru and returned to Atturu. By the grace of Sri Hari and Vayu and blessings of Brahmanya Tirtharu, Lakshmi Devi conceived. This brought immense joy to Ramacharya and his Shastika relatives. In due course, Lakshmi Devi, wife of Ramacharya, gave birth to a daughter named Bhimakka, who was as precious as the ocean, receiving Sri Lakshmi Devi and Airavata, and a son named Madhupati, who was full of brilliance and formidable to his adversaries. Ramacharya and his relatives were overwhelmed with supreme happiness at the birth of Lakshmi Devi's children. Om Sri Krishnarpanamastu.